Hey guys, how's it going? Just doing another little midweek recap. Just kind of recapping this past Sunday. Had a great Sunday. One person gave their life to Christ, so it's always a great thing. We talked this past week about Matthew chapter 6, where Jesus says, "Don't do your good deeds for everyone to see," and then he goes on to talk about three different things. And the first one they talked about was giving. Don't give to the poor, um, so that everybody can see how much you give. Don't try to show off by how much charity you give, and so I kind of focused more on the part where he said when you give, because I think that most of us don't really have a problem with showing off how much we give. Most of us have a problem of obeying that when you give part. So we have a hard time giving. Now we would look at our finances and we say, well, I just can't. We're strapped. We're living paycheck to paycheck or whatever it may be. And for some of us that's true. But if we were to really look at our checkbook, really look at our bank account, really look at where we're spending money, I think we could find some areas that maybe we're spending money on things that are maybe just luxury things, that are for entertainment purposes, that we could cut out, that we could maybe just do away with, or maybe just cut down a little bit, and we would have some extra money that we could give. We would be able to give to the poor. We'd be able to give to God, give to the church. And so I would encourage you to look at some of those areas in your life. If you are one of those that says, we just can't give, we can't afford it right now. And maybe there's some things. Maybe you could, not eat out as much, or not go to the movies, or whatever it may be. And you could cut those things out, and you would have money to give. And so we need to look at, what is our priority? Is it more important for those entertainment things, or is it more important to give to God? And so we need to be obedient to that when you give part of what Jesus was talking about. This next week we're going to get into the second part of not doing your good in front of others, and Jesus teaches about prayer. And the religious leaders, they would stand up and they would pray, make sure that they were in a crowded place where everybody could hear them, and they would pray these long prayers that made them look really high and holy and great. And Jesus said, don't pray like that. This is how you should pray. And he was even asked by his disciples, how should we pray in the book of Luke? And Jesus gives a similar prayer. The Lord's Prayer is what we know. We know the Lord's Prayer, and that's what he teaches on here. And so we're going to talk about the Lord's Prayer. We're going to talk about how to pray, when to pray, and all of that. And so I think it's going to be really insightful. I know a lot of times we struggle with the whole prayer issue. And so there's a lot to learn there. It may take us a couple of weeks even to get through that. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to teaching on that. Looking forward to seeing you guys. So I will see you on Sunday.